pistachio lava cake tastes like a Dubai chocolate, gotta glow up. It has a soft, creamy, and nutty center with a crunchy topping that takes it over the top. Let's make it. To build that molten base, we're gonna first melt white chocolate with butter and pistachio paste for that molten center. I have some white chocolate right here, along with the butter. To get organized, we're going to first prepare our molds. I have some silicone molds here, and I'll also be using a ramekin, so you can make this at home. Almost half a stick of butter, a flour. Just use the residual heat from the pot to continue melting this chocolate, and then we're going to add the pistachio paste right now. I'm going to use the other half stick of butter to melt and turn that into clarified butter, which will be the coating for the crispy phyllo that we're going to make. Adding a layer of flour on top of the butter will make it easier for the pistachio lava cake to release from these molds and this ramekin. See that golden color? It's clarified, so we could shut this off, let it cool, and skim off the top, which is going to strain through the paper towel. Here I have some phyllo dough that we're going to quickly chop up. I'm just going to roll it down. You can let this thaw overnight, and we're going to cut about this much.
Now I'm going to slice the phyllo dough in thin strips and then chop it up.
And go in with that clarified butter.
I'm going to add more clarified butter, just enough to coat, and then cook the phyllo dough on medium heat until golden brown. And don't forget to frequently stir.
Nice and golden.
Now I'm going to transfer it to a paper towel, let it cool off.
And a light coating of sugar. Alright, we have 2 eggs here, and that's going in. And to that, we're going to add 2 egg yolks. And the egg whites can last a couple days in the fridge, and it's also perfect to freeze. And to the eggs, we're going to add vanilla extract and build a base with some sugar. Just have a few tablespoons of sugar because there's sugar in the pistachio paste and also sugar in the white chocolate, which isn't even really chocolate. But it's going to add a creamy flavor profile that's going to go perfect with the nuttiness. And the reason we're going to whip up the eggs and the sugar together is to give it some air so that we have structure on the outside of this pistachio lava cake. Now I'm going to set aside my crispy phyllo right here. Now we're going to take the pistachio mixture, stir that in. We're going to add this in about 3 parts so we don't overmix. Now we're going to sift the dry ingredients together. So we're going to add some sea salt, some all-purpose flour. We're going to add some ground cinnamon for a touch of warmth. And of course, one of my signature ingredients, ground coconut flakes. So the lightness is going to come from the whipped up eggs with the sugar, and of course the melted white chocolate with the pistachio paste. Structure comes from adding a bit of that flour so you have a nice crust on the outside and a molten center. So we're going to start with some batter on the bottom, about halfway. Complete that with all these. Crispy phyllo, add some to the center, in each.
Now the crispy phyllo is not really going to stay crispy in the center,
On top.
but you could definitely use this as a crispy topping on top.
Now these are ready for the oven. We have the oven preheated at 400 degrees. Always when you preheat the oven and the oven timer goes ready for that temperature, you gotta wait for half an hour because the temperature is going to drop. So always wait for half an hour before. All right, it's going in about 8 to 12 minutes. See, it's still wobbly in the middle. Careful with the heat. Sugar on top. And crushed pistachios. Alright. And we're going to cut into the center. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And this reminds me of another dish I made. It's on the soft side in texture wise, but a different flavor, more of a citrus one. And that's a pineapple olive oil cake with a wonderful whipped topping and some fresh fruit to tie everything together. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Like and subscribe and stay tuned for the next episode.